Hey guys, it's Nick with Chestnut Hills Farmstead. It was a beautiful 87 degrees today and the sun's shining. It's springtime. And the last couple of videos, all we've talked about is fencing. Well, there's other things to do besides fencing. Now, one of my top priorities right now is that. 2 different wind attacks on that goat shelter has left it, well, let's just say it's not much of a shelter when there's only 2.5 pieces of metal left. Of course, I say that was my priority, and then I've had it in my mind all day. When I get to the farm, we'll get the goat shelter roof fixed. Supposed to be some more storms this weekend. I'll be ready for them, and we'll get that knocked out, get it out of the way. Only one problem. Somebody forgot to bring a drill, and that somebody would be me. I didn't bring a cordless drill, so I can't put screws in the top of it. So I had to change gears just a little bit. In springtime, what else would I be doing? Not fencing. The last video was about fencing. Well, I can't just build fence all the time, even though actually I could, but y'all would get tired of watching that. So, springtime, what else you got on your plate? Zoe's potager garden. Now, y'all know that we're redoing this. Y'all remember the nightmare that we had with that black plastic that's under all this gravel? Well, now I've got a whole new nightmare in getting it back up. And basically, I'm taking the box blade on the tractor, pulling everything to that end, and then scooping it up. Some of the rock is going up into the driveway at the double gates. Some of it is going down there to the tractor barn We'll put it under there so that it doesn't get muddy, because it's at the bottom of the hill, so a lot of water drains to there anyway. We'll put the rock there and we'll let it drain out, and it actually helps some of that from washing and being so muddy. So never mind old Hoss there, but I've got about half this done. I've got to do that rock, get that plastic out, and we'll be ready to lay our weed fabric and redo this thing. Are you enjoying my dirt? As soon as I got that rock out of his way, Hoss came lay down. He felt a good cool spot, put his belly on. You're fixing to roll over, aren't you? You ready for belly scratches? Are you ready for belly scratches? So I've got to get this other half ready for her to get that weed barrier laid down and get started on her potager. Let's go see what she's doing over at the barn.
We did it here one time, did it in the barn.
I like being outside.
He's real friendly and he wants to know what's going on.
Your foot's gonna get a makeover. Dang, there's some crazy looking
Alpacas?
yeah. The one with a black top, funny looking.
Yeah, that's Obi-Wan. Yeah, he like this. You don't get in the way though, okay? Okay, then?
There you go.
Attaboy.
Good boy, Jack. Look at
Good
you.
boy.
Yeah, it's over with. It's over. We've done it. Now you got normal feet again.
He said, don't touch that here. Huh? Here. Good boy.
Good.
Hey, Jack. Come on.
You've been assaulted.
Come on. Can't tell him he ain't a Clydesdale. Gotta check out them new shoes.
He ain't dragging no feet in.
No, he ain't.
He's picking them up. I'm scared.
You know, you're not full-time on the farm, but lots of work to do. So you try to kind of lay things out. You got baseball like 4 nights this week. Well, Monday got canceled because of a lot of early rain that morning. So technically we only had 3 baseball days this week. So you kind of try to plan things out. Well, that plan fell through. Like I told you, I didn't put the drill in the truck, so that knocked out doing the goat shelter today. So I thought, you know what, I'll knock out at least this first half of Zoe's potager, and she'll be able to put weed barrier down while I'm working on the goat shelter a different afternoon. And not only do you plan out the farm work, but you also kind of plan out how you want to video it. How are you going to try to make what you're doing on the farm interesting for people to want to watch? You know, some of y'all are going to watch no matter what, because you like to keep up and see what we're doing and what the kids are doing, and we love y'all for that. I promise you, I couldn't have the farm at all if it wasn't for you watching. But some need a little something extra. And that's okay. If videos don't keep my attention, I cut them off too. But nothing goes as planned. There's a reason that tire right there is off the ground. My last load I was taking, I noticed it looked pretty low. I was like, well, I don't think it's this heavy. Well, when I dumped the gravel and dirt and plastic and everything I had down there at the barn, it didn't get any better. So I limped it up here because I didn't want to do like Zoe and slam off the rim when she had a flat tire. So I drove as straight as possible, limped it up here. So I'm running out of daylight. Naturally. That's why. I mean, why would it not happen that way? So I'm about to take this tire off, take it home, see if I can find the hole in it, see if it can be patched or if I need to take it somewhere to have it patched, whatever. And hopefully get back in the house in time to do the live tonight. Because some of y'all are going to be waiting for that. Man. Oh, and before I go for today, you're not even going to know I said this. But I sure do hope y'all show up on the live tonight. It's just going to make me feel better to see a bunch of you there. We do them every Wednesday and Sunday at 8 p.m. Central Time. And since I'm filming this on Wednesday, you're not even going to see this till Saturday. But I sure do hope there's a bunch of you on there, just to put me in a better mood. Because I sure do enjoy folks showing up on the lives. Well, y'all, we made a little progress. Got some more of the rocks up. Zoe's got one row of the weed fabric down. And had to wrap up for today. Again, running out of light, running out of time. Now I say run out of time, we're not running out of daylight, it's just 6 o'clock. And we've got, another hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes of good daylight. But we're running out of time because both boys have got to be at the ball field tonight. And that got me to thinking, and I was actually ashamed of myself. And I was ashamed of myself because my first thought was only about how much time I was missing to get things done on the farm. How much time I was missing getting projects finished or progressing toward finishing them at least. And the writer Richard L. Evans said, "Children will not remember you for the material things you provided, but for the feeling that you cherished them." So I was ashamed of the fact that I got so discouraged at having to leave the farm again. I drove here straight from work and got to work on it for about an hour, and it's time to leave again. But my boys really, really love sports. They help on the farm because they have to. Now, Rhett probably enjoys it a little more than the other two, but he mainly wants to help with what he wants to help with, not what you have to do for the day. He's 6. He's got the job he wants to do, and he's not worried about what your project is. Chance strictly helps because he has to, except for farm sitting, and then he was getting paid. They would both much rather be playing sports, and I would think that most any kid's that way. I have to keep reminding myself that that's not going to last forever. One of these days, that'll be over with. There won't be another ball game to go to. There won't be another practice to run up and down the road to get to. So no matter how long it takes to get these projects done, we'll keep chipping at them. But we're going to keep doing all those things too.
Look what my dad gave me. It's a mic that makes sound. Hey, if they're running around here and they're running through second base or something,
We're
they hit a ball
winning.
downfield, yes, we're winning. But don't stand on second base if they hit it in outfield, okay? Let them keep running.
It's 12-4.
I know.
We're winning. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Come up!
Hunter. Hunter.
Come up! Go!
Here.
Good job.
Good job, bud.